Yo, how are you? What's going on? Already put in your draft? Well, pity for your draft, Kayla. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? My money is on the people from Michigan, Kyle and Rachel. So Rachel said she did competitive persuasive speaking, forensics, which is exactly what I did, which is interesting. I did see this. Well, we could look at this right before we do anything else. So I think everyone here is like, oh my God, look at Chelsea praising you. I'm looking at Rabina shading me again. Watch this. You guys can't hear anything, can you? Now you can.
Got to use it.
Yeah, okay. So, like, there are a few Big Brother players that are on it.
Oh, really?
So you get paid and you can set, and I don't know what the stipulations are, but you can set.
That's what you know.
Then I'm $12.
Then you're $12.
That's because.
All right, start talking about
Hey
that.
man, I just love you. And I'm gonna just talk about and they would just go
I reply to
crazy
DMs with
popular
videos.
on Twitter. Man, I just love you. And I'm gonna just talk about
Yeah, you'd be like, I know you paid for 30 seconds, but let's do 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Because it was like
America
Christmas time.
was like doing all of hers last year, and they would just go
I reply to DMs
crazy
with
popular
videos.
on Twitter.
Really?
Where they'd be like, "Look at what America sent me," and it's just her talking about whatever. And then
Faster.
it was a whole thing where it's like, if you send one to, or if you buy one from America between these hours, you're more likely.
Is this true? Where would Quinn be getting this information? Is he deep? Is he in a Discord or something? I didn't know about this.
To have a Cory cameo in the video.
Hey, Cory
because
in
it's
it.
him
Cory
being like,
cameo?
okay, it's too long, cut it.
Aww.
And
They're still
so-
together a year later.
They're still together. Yeah.
I think they have
so
an apartment
cute.
together.
They're one of my favorite couples that have, like,
Oh, we love Chelsea.
came out of
Really?
the show so far.
What do you mean, really? I think she's saying really, too, they have an apartment together. Not really into... They're one of your favorite couples? Really? But, yeah. I think like he doesn't know, yeah. Then they ask the dagger question. This shit is brutal.
Yeah. So I love them too, just because they're unexpected.
Totally
and
unexpected.
I love the nerdy, pure like.
What do they
type
do
of
now?
This is dangerous.
Huh?
What do they do now?
I don't know.
Cory's still
Don't ask us that. What are we doing now? Come on. You should know better than to ask that. That's not cool. Not cool. Live life. You know what's so sad, Domo? I read that as live life. Like an Instagram live or a TikTok live or a live stream. It's how much my head's in the gutter. So what are you doing now? What are you doing? What are you doing now? May I ask? New shirt? Yes, thank you. Anita Burrita. Or Butita.
Literally
Nice shelf.
off.
Thank you, Margie, for the sub. I appreciate it. 3 months. Just watched episodes 1 of BB13 and 15. Which one should I binge first? I mean, shit. I guess 13. I wouldn't even watch BB15. Just watch like one of those Andy videos that ETH Animal made. That would be my recommendation. Just taking a ton of practice tests, simply. I'm pretty good at testing. A YouTube compilation vid. I mean, it's weird. BB15, I think, is one of the most interesting games of Big Brother ever played, but there's so much bullshit. I wouldn't watch the season. IMO. Is anybody watching the VMAs? What are the big awards? It's like biggest upcoming artist. Is that one of them? And it's going to be like Chappell Roan or Sabrina Carpenter. with respect, it should be Chapel Roan. With respect. Like, and I know she's not really a new artist, but come on. I'm not watching, but I will be seeing Chapel's performance. Okay. It should be Sabrina. She's been at it a long time. Isn't that not what the award's for? No, it's a very clear Chapel Roan. Victory, if you ask me. Very simple. Straightforward answer. No, I think a lot of people thought it was Chappelle, but now it's Chapel. It's Chapel. I feel like it's coming together. The background's not good at all, but it's definitely like there is a background going on. So, you know, I'd give that to myself. Did Chapel open for Olivia? Yes, she did. And we missed half of it. Not good. You like the cactus? Thank you. I like the cactus too. Did you actually get anything on Amazon? No, but I've added more stuff to the cart. Bringing back the green screen, and not until I get lighting that makes the green screen look good. Jesse Goddard's autograph photo for the background. I don't know if I want that. I don't know the vibes Jesse Goddard's brings. There's not that many ads, Sam. I don't know what to tell you. It's like the lowest number I could make it. The big Zingbot would ruin the vibe. I don't think it would ruin the vibe. I disagree with that. Yeah, you could sub or you could use alternative ways of blocking ads. My wife just called you handsome. Now I feel ugly. It's not that bad. There is a person on the Patreon who keeps saying that they're jealous of America and wish I was their boyfriend. That's weirder behavior than what your wife is saying. Skirt, skirt, LOL. You think I should get a mural of myself in the back? Think that'd be good? It'd be an option for sure. Cory Wu drink mural on the back wall. I think I've got to get Cory Wu neck mural is kind of what I really want. Can we purge people from the Patreon? No. I would like the money, please. That was an actual Patreon comment? Yes, it was. I think I'll delete those comments. But I'm not going to ban anyone from the Patreon unless they get crazy, crazy. But they're weirdos? No, they are. I'm with you. You can block people on Patreon, but do I get their money then? Like, that's the tough one. Who do I want to win this season? I don't know. Like, I think Cam or Chelsea at this point is where I'm at. Cam or Chelsea, I guess. I don't think there's no one else who I'm really that passionate about. Let me post on Instagram quickly. Let me post. Someone get HelloFresh? No, the HelloFresh is gone. The sponsor is done. We crushed it. I forgot to take down the little banner. You and America getting married soon? LOL. I don't think so. That seems a bit preemptive. Also, I don't think marriage is on the table necessarily. I want Chemo to wake up, win HOH, and take Chelsea and T-Core out. Margie, I would like a flying pig that delivers checks for $1 million to me. And I think I'm more likely to get my wish. That's how I feel on that. Y'all like the live feed update today? I thought it was a good one. I was spreading my personal trauma all over the place, getting deep in my feels. It was pretty emotional. It was a lot. Beat You Quinn is funny. Thank you. Look, I really feel like I got to do so much in these live feed updates because God knows there's no fucking game to talk about. You always have a joke to open the show. You gotta prepare. That's like the Rob is a podcast thing. 40 minutes off 2 convos. I saw everyone saying it was going to be in the 30s. I said, absolutely not. We're getting in the 40s. I will never be on a live feed update in the 30s. Mark my words. Odds Quinn gets a deep dive. I think he could get one. He has enough to talk about for sure. It almost, more than anything else, it depends on Terran's schedule. I want the Angela deep dive. Maybe. Weren't you the one saying it'd be in the 30s? No. Fact check me. Jake Muir? Fact check me. All right. This is going to take a long time, this little cast assessment. We're going to be live for exactly 2 hours. So we're going to end at around the time of the episode. So that's the plan. We got it? Between Tucker, Chemo, and Quinn, who is more responsible for ruining Quinn's game? Quinn, obviously. Obviously it's Quinn. Of course. Tucker played a big role, but it was Quinn. Episodes at 7? Oh. Thought it was 8 Central. It's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, let me pull up the links that I need. Okay. Are we ready? So, to explain how this is going to work, let me take you to the board. Here we go. This is the way we're going to be organizing this tier list. We have a winner, finalists, jury, pre-jury, and first boot. Let me do the math here. We have one person as first boot, one person as winner, 2 people as finalists. The jury, I believe, is 8 people. And the pre-jury is, what is it? 8 plus 3, 8 plus 2 plus 1 is 11. So there's going to be 6 people here, 1 person here, 8, something like that, right? So that's the way we're doing this list. I have not really looked at anything, frankly. I have no idea what this cast is. I met 4 of them, so I'm a little bit biased, but we'll see. Let's first talk about the cast reveal in its entirety. So we're going to start with, who's first? Teeny. No, I met them. I met Teeny in New York at the Big Brother 26 premiere. They were wonderful. Very, very sweet. But I have no idea who they are, honestly. It was a loud event. So, 24 years old from, I already saw that, Brenna. It's Super sweet. Manahawkin, New Jersey. They're a freelance writer, social, mischievous, and introspective. And they want to be a part of Survivor. First saw the show in 5th grade. Simply with calling. Throughout my life, found ways to play the game. Be it wearing a buff to each day at high school. Restaurant coworkers to vote each other out. Balancing larger personalities. They play in orgs, right? I'm pretty sure. They're in like some of those online Survivor games that are, some of them are even recorded, some of the in-person ones. I'm pretty sure. So, definitely like a grade 1 fan. Previous players, Elaine, Evie, and Ty. I could see that. I play most like Mike White with a dash of Fabio and sprinkles of Courtney Yates. If you get it, you get it. Let me say, I am firmly in the camp of I don't get it. I'll zoom in for you guys. Yeah, I'm firmly in the camp of I do not get what this means. Mike White with a dash of Fabio does not make sense, but I like it. I tend to gravitate towards women. Okay, that's good. As far as abilities, I look for intelligence, ability to do the mental math I can't do, tendency to enjoy gossiping. People are super eccentric and have a cynical side. Okay. I don't know what this means exactly, but sure. Writing, thrifting, nonfiction, the internet, Planet Fitness, Survivor. Played mock Survivor, there you go. When people are constantly late, it makes me very angry and upset. There are no excuses. Oh, boy. Let me tell you about this, Teeny. Let me tell you. I'm with you. And I'm also dating America Lopez. And these things do not always mesh very well. At all. Like, I understand that my process of getting ready is much quicker than hers. But I also understand that if I was her, I would also still get there on time and be ready. So. I did an 18-mile unicycle race in 5th grade. I used to be addicted to Takis. Okay, so she had some elements of America, not all, Cory. Don't do any crafts. I always read these and kind of yawn at the basic mom-dad answers, but I'm adding to the dog pile my mom. Okay. I'll be the sole survivor because people like me, and I like people. Okay. Social game is going to be a killer. Okay. This is very tentative. I reserve the right to change by the end of this if I don't like it. I think Teeny is going to do pretty well. I think Teeny will make jury. Teeny will likely be one of the stronger. All right, that's a ban if I've ever seen one in my life. What was this, fucking 3rd grade? Snow tried to hit me with the Sofa King. Y'all remember that from middle school? The king of the sofas? The Sofa King? Any idea? Am I a product of my era? So it's a way where you combine 2 words to try to bait yourself into saying curse words. So Sofa King sounds like so fucking. And this person tried to make me say a worse word than fucking. Just so we're all on the same page here, okay? Okay. So yeah, I think Teeny is meant for jury. They're probably one of the more physical people on the island, I would imagine. I don't know what else to say. I mean, look, I'm gonna probably overstuff jury and have to move people down to pre-jury, but I imagine they're like I'm imagining them in like a Gabby Pascuzzi spot, if that makes sense, which is like what, 8th or something? I think that feels about right to me. So, we move on to Rome. And now Rome, I've seen a lot of Rome. I feel like Rome has been all over these these trailers. 30 years old from Oregon, resides in Phoenix, is an esports commentator. This is interesting. Charismatic, entertaining, and cutthroat. It's the greatest game you can play in real life. As a lifelong gamer, this is the ultimate test for me. Fully tearing my Achilles. It's the greatest pain you can suffer. Sure, it's a lot. Identify with Sean Rector and Todd Herzog. It's a weird combo of people again. Sean Rector is a deep-ass cut. Goddamn. Greatest final travel of all time. I will truly play the game most like Cook Island's Aussie. That is what esports? I think Fortnite, I'm pretty sure I found this out. So Cook Island's Aussie is a bold as shit player to say you're going to play like. Didn't Aussie win every challenge in Cook Islands? Like he ran the table? I feel like this is a very optimistic perspective. Someone bad at talking publicly so I can beat them easily at final tribal. Blind loyalty. Look, this is a great. So Rome's dream ally is a terrible speaker who's blindly loyal to him. And I can bet you that from every answer to the question we'll read, this is the best answer because this person doesn't exist. Bad at public speaking and blindly loyal to me. Good luck, Rome. I hope you find them. Playing video games while listening to podcasts. I'm with you there. Ordering food with somebody. Then when we get the food, they still want to take some of my fries. Classic. Proud. Okay, this is what caught my eye. Going from commentating as a hobby for fun. I've only read like one or two of these. Going from commentating as a hobby for fun to joining the biggest talent agency in esports in just 2 years, then being chosen to commentate a $2 million Fortnite tournament and live in Saudi Arabia just a week after joining. So I assume that Rome was part of the Esports World Cup, which I'm not a big fan of personally. I might have my facts a little wrong here, so do your own research. But I think the Esports World Cup is a event hosted by Saudi Arabia, and it's kind of a prime example of sports washing. Which, if you don't know what sports washing is, it's when like Saudi Arabia tries to, or other countries, but Saudi Arabia is probably the most prominent, of trying to like insert themselves into different sports or esports or whatever to legitimize their government and their regime, which is obviously, you know, not up to standards that we would up to the standards we would like in terms of human rights. And I don't put this on Rome necessarily because esports is desperate for any sort of investment and he's a commentator, you know what I mean? Like, it's not exactly like there's tons of opportunities to make money in this field, so he's just trying to stay afloat. But playing video games is not a sport. Look, it's not a sport, but it should be treated as seriously as a sport, depending on your commitment level. Like, it is extremely, extremely, extremely difficult, and the level of competition is extremely, extremely high, depending on where you're at. So, I think the people who are like, oh my god, you're literally just sitting, playing a controller, or typing on your keyboard, it just shows a lack of experience or knowledge about how these things work. But yeah, so this caught my eye because I don't like this. I mean, this it doesn't affect my opinion of Rome, obviously, as a person or as a player, but I thought it was interesting. I haven't eaten vegetable other than corn in over 2 decades. I love that. I want to be the next host of Survivor when Jeff retires. This is corny. And I'm sure I'll beat Rome. I'm sure I'm going to like Rome a lot. This is corny. You can't call your shot this early. Just submitted 12 audition videos of me getting slowly more insane. Am I cooked or was it genius? You're cooked. I can say confidently you're cooked. Thank
Literally,
you, DBZ. People making millions of dollars playing video games. If you were as good as them, you can make those millions too. This is corny, but okay. Biggest inspiration. My mom has always supported me in everything I've been through. It's nice. Nicest, most caring person, even when it's not deserved. I will play my idols. I will win at least 4 challenges. individual challenges. I have a way of words to get people to do what I want, having anyone but me mentality. All right, definitely banking on winning the challenges. I don't know what there is to back that up. He looks like a very fit dude, but I mean, he probably has a good build for these challenges. We'll see. Thank you, Card Girl, for the 9 months. I appreciate you. I think the great sub culling is tomorrow, where we lose all the subs, so everyone brace yourselves. I think we're dropping about 450 tomorrow. So as long as we get 450 subs today, we hold. We hold strong. Which is the goal. Okay. Annika, 26 years old. Oh, we got a place to roam. Okay, so part of me is thinking it's between pre-jury and jury. Being a physical guy is going to help him get through the pre-jury. Definitely going to take up a lot of TV time. But I am going to stick with pre-jury here. It just feels like a pre-jury boot. Maybe after a swap. Feels right to me. Thank you, JPR, for the gift. 449 more of those, and we're going to be chilling tomorrow. I'm kidding. Thank you, JPR. I appreciate you. Okay. Annika, 26, from Santa Rosa, lives in LA, is a marketing manager. Exuberant, curious, and calculated. Okay. What do you want? Being on Survivor is an instinctual need of mine from the very first episode, season 28. I Googled how to apply. I truly believe that Survivor is the most epic game to exist, challenging the human body both mentally and physically. I want the challenge. I believe I can win this game, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. Very milquetoast answer. Very sweet. I like it. My whole life is made up of moments that have prepared me. One very impactful is when I unexpectedly lost my family home to a wildfire in California. The most important thing is my family got out alive. During this time, there was no place to call home, and I learned how to live with nothing, therefore mentally preparing me for life on the island. That's crazy. I assume this happens all the time in California. Like, that's... The thought has never crossed my mind of what if a wildfire pops up, you know what I mean? My day-to-day, I have a tendency to be blunt and straightforward like Queen Sandra, and I can persuade people like Queen Parvati, but I'll play most like Queen Sarah, someone who is socially aligned with most players, someone who people will trust. I don't like this answer, because she's basically naming 3 of, like, the top 4 women players in all of Survivor history, and saying, I'm going to play, like, a combination of the 3 of them. Like, say what you will about Sarah. Sarah is probably the best top 2 player in Survivor history, top 3. Honestly. Look, I'm a big Tony and Sarah are probably top 2 in some order. Tony, Sarah, then maybe Parvati. Wild take. Look. I think Sarah and Tony, they're pretty good. It depends how much you value winners at war. Boston Rob is not even close to being in consideration for me. Boston Rob is back half of top 10, probably. Kim Spradlin, yeah, Kim's up there too. I think my top 5 in some order is Tony, Sarah, Parvati, Kim, and that 5th spot's a little bit interesting. Suri is hard. Suri has just big flaws in Survivor, but I think she's top 10. Just not having a win kind of sucks. And I know it's kind of unlucky because of what happened on Micronesia, but no, I don't view Sandra's game that highly. I think Sandra's good, but she's not in my top 10. She's had too many, like, terrible outings, and her winning games are not that good. Tony had a terrible outing, but his winning games are better. Kim Field's way better than Sarah. I think I'd bet on Kim going into another season, but Sarah's resume is a lot better. Russell Hantz? Absolutely not. I don't know. Maybe that 5th spot is like Jeremy or someone. Yeah, Suri's definitely the best player to never win. 100%. Sandra's great TV, though. Okay, I want someone to... Okay, just wants to rely on gut feeling, intuition. Interested in cooperating to pull our information. Who's considered to share information with me, even if we have to vote differently. This doesn't make any fucking sense. What is she talking about here? What is she cooking? Consider it to share information with me, even if we have to vote differently. She better mean like a split vote. I have seen some Australian Survivor. Tyson's overrated. Yeah, I think so. Very impressive on the challenge, though. Like dancing, hip-hop, ceramics, cooking for the people, pet peeves, people leave the water running, okay. Spatially aware, slow drivers in the left lane.
Literally,
she's definitely from
off.
California. Night Cheese, thank you for gifting Precise Peyton. Precise Peyton, now that you're subbed, you have to come out every stream to share your blasphemous Survivor takes. That's the deal. Sorry. Got to make the most of that $5 Night Cheese spent. Or $6, I think it is these days. One accomplishment you're most proud of? Getting cast in Survivor. That's a very fair answer. Less than 1,000 people say they played this specific game. Yep, my mom is the biggest inspiration. Love that. I'm just going to skip it because everyone says their mom. I'm an all-around player. I'm an extrovert who can listen. Strategically, I will make small moves, such as keeping camp clean, look natural when I'm actually putting in the work. Okay. It's giving pre-jury. It's giving pre-jury. There's just some things that don't line up. I don't like the who I want to play like. I want to play like Sarah, Sandra, and Parvati. This makes no sense to me. It's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at. All right. Wrong one. All right. Next up is Terran. Is it Tehran or Terran? Well, he goes by TK, so we'll go TK. Are there videos? There are, but we don't have time for them. TK is 31 from Prince George's County. Still lives in Maryland. Athlete and marketing manager. Spontaneous, genuine, ambitious. I feel as if my entire life has led me to this moment to take on a challenge, from my dad going to prison at a very young age to being diagnosed with a kidney disease that almost killed me in high school. Since I was born, I have been beating the odds. Love that. Beating my kidney disease prepared me for the game. I learned how to be comfortable and be comfortable being uncomfortable. Living in intensive care unit for almost 2 months. That's crazy. I want to play like Tony. He was always unapologetically him. I haven't really seen a player on the show that I see myself in, but I typically gravitate towards the social and physical players. Damn, this guy is like, look, saying Tony's your favorite player is one of the reddest red flags I've ever seen. I value authenticity and trust. I don't want to be aligned with someone who is just being a character for TV. Okay, I said Tony. I guess Tony was being authentic. I was watching football, going to the gym. Okay, we got a bro. We got a bro. Unmotivated people, people who think they know everything, someone talking over me when I'm speaking, bad hygiene. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Unmotivated people? That's a weird thing to say, I think. Accomplishment in my career. Football's taken away from me due to illness. I went to college and studied sports management. I'm kind of a nerd at heart. I love video games, anime, and sci-fi. Okay. Nature documentaries. That's fun. Hands down, my mom raising me as a single mother wasn't easy. I've never seen her give up, and my go-get-it mentality comes from her. I like that. Because I put my mind to it once I get the goal inside. Okay. I don't like his answers, but I think he's a strong physical guy, so I think he's jury. I also see potential first boot, but I think it has to be jury. No, I already think I know who the first boot is. I think I already have my pick locked in for that. But I think he's too physical to go out early. I think he's just he's gonna survive the pre-merge. I just think he will. Unfortunately. Tiana, not really unfortunately. Maybe I'll like him. We'll see. Tiana is from Hawaii, still lives in Hawaii. Flight attendant. Adventurous, multi-passionate. This is not a fucking word. What fuck-ass hyphen is this trying to make this a word? Multi-passionate. I know what she means. Like, she has a lot of passions, but what the fuck? Okay, funny. Why don't I want to be on Survivor? I love challenging myself. I want to see who I am when everything's stripped away. I want to afford and thrive in Hawaii as a native Hawaiian. One life experience that has prepared me for this game is being a D1 athlete. I played volleyball for Gonzaga. Okay. Sand volleyball. That's good. You know how to move in sand. Teamwork, adversity. Okay, good. I resonate a lot with Parvati because she's every part of herself to win. She was sensual, cunning, strategic, athletic, and was the master of her own destiny. I plan on playing hard and used everything. I also loved Gabler. It's an interesting take. The Parvati-Gabler combo is wild. Open communication's huge. Good. I won't be at a certain conversation. I need to be able to trust my alliance will tell me it. So value someone who's willing to make big moves, who's willing to play fearlessly with me. This is a bit of a red flag. Like, when you have an ally who's willing to make big moves, one of those big moves is eventually cutting you. You know? But okay. I think Mike was in chat at the start of stream. Likes reading, yoga, hiking, beach, eating, stuff like that. Hates entitled people who don't use their blinkers. Someone talks at me, not with me. People who make others feel lame for caring about things. I like that. Pessimistic people. I kind of like pessimistic people. And loud talkers, that's me, sorry. I'm a really deep thinker. Fascinated by the human psyche, okay. My murmur. Is that grandmother? Okay, cool. My mom and dad were busy making money. She was the one who took care of us. Cute. I want to be sole survivor because I'm smart, tenacious, cutthroat, socially aware. Okay. Seems like a very well-rounded social kind of player. The big moves thing scares me a wee bit. But I'm thinking finalist or jury. Those are my two options right here. She could be pre-jury too. I could see finalist though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say jury for now. I'll say jury for now. We'll chill. We'll chill. Rachel Lamont, okay, from Dexter, Michigan. From Michigan. Graphic designer, down to earth, bubbly, determined, discovered Survivor in 2017. So she's been here for a while. Born in Thailand. Lived there till I was 7, but I never spoke Thai. Then I moved to the U.S. and didn't understand American culture. I was the youngest in my family by 9 years. I've always been forced to understand. This is kind of weird to me. Look, I don't mean to hate. Does this seem like that big of a deal? Because not being able to speak Thai until you're 7 is annoying. But then you're already here when you're 7. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to belittle anyone's experience. Like, I'm sure it was challenging. But I'm like, I don't know. Kellen Bechtold. Okay, I like that. I would love to play like Omer. Love that. Someone that will not be intimidated by my sort of rapid-fire way of thinking. Pottery, traveling, golf, and yoga. Okay. Hot oil splattering me while cooking. This is not a pet peeve. This is getting burned. My pet peeve is 3rd-degree burns? What? I can house the majority of Costco watermelon in a single setting. Nice. Genuine truth. Every single person in my friends and family are incredible. I'm good at reading. Okay. Rachel is giving me... Here's the thing. I see Jessica Chong downside. It worries me a little bit. I like her a lot. Very quirky, very fun. Did speech and debate. Was a persuasive speaker. But I'm going to go pre-jury. I don't like going pre-jury, but I'm going to go pre-jury. I'm going to. Okay. John Lovett, the main attraction 42 from Long Island, podcast host, got opinion for days. I love it's about deprivation, endurance, and puzzles and challenges, but at its roots, an experiment in democracy. It ends in a vote, and the players decide what it means to earn the vote. You can definitely see how this played in casting. When I was 13, I got cut from the baseball team on the way to the game. Also a career in politics. It's funny. Penner with an Aubrey Moon and a Cochrane Rising. Damn, this guy's fucking funny. Consistency, thoughtfulness, and a vibe. I love video games, crossword puzzles. Too many pet peeves to count. Co-founding Vote Save America, which lets people sign up to volunteer, donate, and register voters. That's great. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin almost punched me in the face. My biggest inspiration, I love my family and friends. I've always felt like an outsider. In part, it's because I'm gay, or I was gay. But if I'm being honest, I assume he's still gay. That was never my large problem. Social graces, fitting in, making friends, never come naturally to me. I recognize the name, but nothing beyond that. And he's my first boot, unfortunately. I just see this happening. I just see it happening. He's getting so much time in the promos. Like, it just feels like this is going to happen. You know what I mean? He's definitely at risk. He's probably the weakest guy in his tribe as well, which is a really tough spot to be in. I just don't feel that confident, unfortunately. Genevieve Mushaluk. 33 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Oh, not a Canadian. Corporate lawyer. We got a lawyer again. Energy, friendly, and organized. Began watching the show as a preteen. Back then, I had this unearned sense of confidence. Okay, I like that. Extended family was always close. I grew up sitting around big table, conversing with big personalities. Wants to play like Eliza, Chrissy, and Lindsay. Okay, it's definitely a certain type of player. Strategic women who are direct. It's a really bad strategy. Like, I don't blame her. I like it, and I hope she does this, but this is not a winning path usually. It's like, and I really wish this was, this would be a good strategy, but I'm worried about this. Predictability for obvious reasons. Yeah, I like that. Partner would deliver me intel that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get. Video games, love that. You're not too old to say video games. Airports. I don't know if airport. I don't think she understands the question of pet peeve. Airports. It's not a pet peeve. Accomplishment I'm most proud of, getting on Survivor. Love that. I wear my heart on my sleeve, my thoughts on my face. Biggest inspiration is mom and dad. Okay. Sole survivor, I connect easily with others. I won't hate living with anyone. They won't hate living with me. I'm very objective, focused. Nothing, no bond, deal, fear, relationship will stop me. Killer instinct vibes in Fiji for me. Okay. Who's this again? This is Genevieve. All right, Genevieve. It's giving finalist to me. She said she wants to play like Chrissy. I could see it. I could see this happening. So, all right, let's see the next one. It is Gabe Ortiz. All right, Gabe, what do we got? From Baltimore, radio show host. That's interesting. Another one. New era opened a door to write yourself a new set of history books. I want to make mine marked before this book's got written. I've worked tons of jobs. Many people more qualified than me, but I got very adept at selling people on me. That's a good skill. I think there are bits and lots of players that resonate. And I mean, but to be honest, I don't want people to watch me and say, wow, he's like XZ. Fucking put him pre-jury. Why can't they just name a player? Why can't you just name one? Oh, it makes me so mad. Like, you don't have to say you're exactly like them, but you could try to convince me you've seen the show before. Come on. Okay. Passive aggression, hosting my own talk show in Baltimore. Two cats, Chachi and Saba. Cool names. Older brother's cool. I can read people better than anyone I know. Nice. Okay. Kyle. Kyle's could give first boot too, but let's do it. From Sheboygan. A fun, ambitious, creative. I want to be part of Survivor to help inspire my children to change their wildest dreams. To chase, I assume, is a typo. I want to share some of my challenges in life. Hands down to van life. Traveling around the country for over 6 years, living in a van that I personally built, has allowed me to submerge myself into so many different environments, culture, and different social classes of people to the point I can be comfortable and get along with almost everyone. Okay. I identify with Jesse. I like that. You want to win the money. JT. Okay. Valued alliance needs to be honest, even if it means I'm about to get the short end of the stick. Okay. Someone who can cut the shit and give it to you straight. Loves to travel, hates sneezing. These are reasonable. Building my family a house by myself with a minimum to no help from anybody. It's kind of crazy. You would never know that the reason I strive to see people and help people be happy is because I don't want anyone to feel the pain I felt in my life. It's very ominous. I am the biggest inspiration in my life. I mean, look at how my life started and then look what I have done with it. Life straight up dealt me the recipe for disaster and I baked a brownie with it. Cool. I'll be the sole survivor because I'm pouring every ounce of my heart and soul into the game. Okay. I'm filling up the pre-jury right now. I'm filling it up. Sorry. Keyshawn, 28, from Fullerton, California. I've been playing some form of Survivor for as long as I can remember. Whether it's knowing knowing who to trust as a closeted gay Indian American and waiting for the right moment to share my secret, to experiencing the hustle of a child of immigrant parents. Survivor is the most chaotic, beautiful, complex reflection of each individual identity, and I want to show that every story deserves to be shared and heard. Cute. As an ER doctor, going from caring for someone with cardiac arrest to somebody with a stubbed toe, experiencing emotional whiplash and staying composed. It's good. Wants to play like Spencer. Okay. Someone who can disagree with me but can still work with me. I appreciate and trust folks who aren't afraid to share their opinion but can still understand countering perspectives. Slow walkers, loud chewers. Okay. Becoming an ER doctor is the greatest accomplishment. Good. Despite usually being well-planned, cautious, and articulate, I randomly will swing the pendulum too far and be super spontaneous. It's crazy. Parents, as someone raised with grit and nurtured to respect your hard work, I'll never give up. Okay. I'm liking this guy. I'm liking him. I'll go jury for now. Sam. So I've met Sam. I had lunch with Sam. Very nice guy. He was at our Big Brother event. So let's read about him. He's 24. He's passionate, stubborn, and ambitious. Playing Survivor is a childhood dream. I love both mental and physical comps. My daily work in life has built me for this game, working in professional sports as a media member. He's a beat reporter. Very cool. Wants to play like Michelle Fitzgerald. Now, the insider info on Sam, he loves the challenge. So I think this does not surprise me. He loves the challenge. So I think this informs this decision a little bit. I think Devin Pinto is also a really good call. I think that's a good call for him. Predictability, I like that. I won't deal with erratic people. It's tough. There's a lot of them on Survivor, so you got to worry about that. Playing trivia, critiquing movies, working out, when somebody leaves the door open too long, entering a sauna and waste the heat. This guy is such a bro. Full-time job as a beat reporter at 22. That's good. I did a lot of drama, musical theater, slam poetry. That's cool. Biggest inspiration is my fiance. She's lovely, by the way. He is a beat reporter for the Titans, yep. I can gel with any group of people. I'm physical, strategic, social force that will never be perceived as the strongest, smartest, or loudest person in the room. I'm gritty. Okay. It's jury. It's given jury. strong physical guy who's going to get cut in that hunter spot. That just feels right. You know what I mean? Big, strong physical guy. He's going to get cut. He's going to be jury. Okay. Andy Rueda. From Buffalo. Lives in Brooklyn. An AI research assistant. Frenetic, warm, and creative. Playing Survivor has been a dream and source of motivation. I've met Andy as well. Andy was in New York. I'm so ready to scratch this itch and transition my role into this weird ecosystem from superfan to player. Dope. I was a finalist last cycle and it was a very emotional challenge to get so close and not know. I assume he was replaced by Austin, I guess, you'd imagine. But I made the best decision possible. I mean, Austin himself was an alternate, so maybe not. Fell in love with my amazing girlfriend, Shannon. Wonderful. Identify most with Yule. Sure. Play most like Omer, though he didn't win. I think he demonstrated the optimal, most respectable blueprint for a good new era game. I agree with that. I want someone who's not willing to win at all costs and that is susceptible to true loyalty. I need this person to want to take me to the end, even if they're sure they can beat me. Again, very optimistic, but I like it. Minesweeper and being a K-pop stan. Love that. Language prescriptivists. The practice of setting out rules of how language should be used. So this is like a grammar Nazi? Is that what he's saying? Yeah, he's grammar Nazi. Okay. Walking directly behind me, cherry pick statistics. This is fire. Leave my data job. Master's in the field of AI. That's dope. Amazing. I come across very carefree, but underneath is an extremely intense, constant, and often excessive amount of hyperactive thinking. My maternal grandfather, wonderful. One of the few Democrats on either side of my family, badass. I'm two players smushed into one. My two great powers are my ability to charm and disarm people from all walks of life and my ability to crunch numbers in a pinch. Okay. He's a finalist. I think it's a very reasonable to have him as a winner pick, but I think he's going to be a finalist for me. And maybe it's just because I just watched Austin. But I really think players like him are set up pretty well. Okay. Sue Smay, everyone's favorite on Twitter. The Angela Stans have adopted Sue Smay. When I say the Angela Stans, I mean they're racist, crazy Angela Stans, so we'll see. Definitely giving Debbie Wanner, flight school owner, badass, fearless, adrenaline junkie. It's been a lifelong dream. I want the title. Grew up spending my summers on an island with generations of family. We're poor, no drinking water, no hot showers. Had to schlep to the water well with jugs for water. Tony, a combo of Tony and Surrey. We all know alliances are only temporary, so I'm not expecting much from anyone. Racquetball, tennis, snow skiing. Okay. One-uppers, people who talk too much about stuff that no one cares about. Packing my bags, $20 to my name. I'm a Sigma female. A Sigma female? Huh? My uncle, I grew up in a very dysfunctional environment. I'm a badass, I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. Okay. I don't know. A Sigma female is crazy. I'm thinking pre-jury, probably. Did she say sex is overrated? What's Sigma mean? It defines the hierarchy of alpha men. It's a bullshit. Caroline Wiedmar. I'm going to finish this, then switch to Big Brother. So we're going to be a couple minutes late, but it's fine. All right, Caroline. From Palos Verdes, lives in Chicago, is a strategy consultant, adventurous, enthusiastic, supportive. It's been my dream to be on Survivor since I was 5. Love watching Survivor, seeing how people were when they want to challenge. And as I grew older, I began to understand how grueling and tough it is. Yeah. The day after my final interview, I flew to Chile to backpack the Patagonia. I resonate with Tori and Emily from 45. I see a lot of Emily in her. I'd love to play like Dee. Seems like a newer fan. I want an alliance partner who thinks they can beat me in Final Tribal and who I also think I could beat. Trying new foods while traveling. Incompetency. Jesus. People who ask you to complete something by a deadline. I grew up playing tons of water sports. Who is your biggest inspiration? My dad. Okay. This is not her. Who's bumping up? Okay. I don't have faith. Asia Welch. I've met her, obviously. Big fan of hers. Listen to all of her updates of mine. Also met her in NOLA. Before, I think she was on the show, I assume. IT consultant, overachiever, unique, joyful. Watched Survivor since she was 12. If you don't know, she's a Big Brother podcaster. Hurricane Harvey hit Houston. My apartment got above 1 foot of water, ruining many of my belongings and furniture. My dad drove down from Dallas. I had to walk through waist-deep water at night to go get him. Jesus. Identify most with Surrey. Trust me, Asia. I know. I watch your live feed updates. I know you identify with Surrey. I'm kidding. So I plan to have a social game like Surrey with the physicality of Natalie Anderson. I think she will be one of the most physical women on the cast. Blind loyalty. I'd love for them to be loyal to me without realizing I'm a threat to win. Yeah, I think if she gets to the end, she has a good shot of winning. Escape rooms, basketball, long walks with my dogs, watching TV. People who are loud and quiet places, who chew to the point where you can identify what part of the meal they're on. She's so funny. I bought my first house all on my own at 29. I always thought I'd wait until I was married for that type of investment, but I had the means and I went for it. Love that. I'm super competitive. The objective is to win. My goal is to win. I don't care if it's trivia on Facebook Messenger with my 7-year-old goddaughter. I even broke up with an ex because I beat him 1v1 in basketball and he threw a temper tantrum. It's a badass casting story. My mom, she had gastric bypass. She lost 150 pounds. Amazing. It's badass. I believe I will be underestimated. I'll use my social game to push me through. At Final Tribal, I'll be able to clearly articulate my strategy. I mean, we can count on Asia. If she makes it far enough, she'll be able to clearly articulate her strategy. I'm going to go jury. I can't say she's going to win. I think it's too optimistic. But I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. Okay. Who's next? Sierra. America yelled Eminem is on. Never coming on a live feed update again. Sam, I can't. Every single RHAP person has to have Asia as their winner. I can't. I just can't. Wish I could. I can't. Sierra. Ambitious, intuitive, hoot. Born to play Survivor. Social and physical abilities. Survivor was such a big part of my upbringing, spending many nights with my fam, placing bets on our winners. Aside from that, your girl loves a good challenge. Working in the service industry for more than 12 years. Okay. That's dope. Wants to play like La Grossa. Interesting. We love a Delico girl. Blaz dominated Palau. I wouldn't say she dominated Palau, but she was cool. We have a ton in common. I value laughter and a good time. Wants to play, loves playing pickleball, crabbing on the boat. Beer pong girl. Definitely big Nashville bachelorette party vibes. Clapping when the plane lands. This is the most, like, fake pet peeve. Like, no one cares. Completing an accelerated nursing degree. It's badass. I can say the alphabet backwards in 5 seconds. No, you can't. I just can't pick one. I have to say both my parents. Classic. One thing I know about me is I work my ass off for everything I have to do. There's no such thing as 100%. It's always 150%. 4 a.m. gym wake-up calls to shine through. Okay. I think it's jury, right? I think it's jury, which leaves this guy as my winner, but I don't think I'm going to do that necessarily. Seoul is 43, medical device sales. Oklahoma football. He's from Norwalk, or he lives in Norwalk. Connecticut, not California. Both my parents work 2 jobs. Gabler, both in medical sales, with a strong ability to build bonds. To keep your mouth shut. Sticking to a plan while also being adaptable if needed. Poker. Treating people in the service industry like crap. Be kind. Based, one of my favorite pet peeves I've read. Take a look at my wife. Nice one. I love a wife guy. I used to live with international pop sensation Ryan Cabrera. This will all come to an end once I recognize and accept this. My second life started. What? What? Shout out Mango, yeah. I have soul power. Okay. It's kind of giving pre-jury to me. I think I do this and then this. And now I have to pick a winner. I'm going to go crazy. There you go. I think I feel good about Keyshawn. This is how I feel. Look, I see the downside for Keyshawn, but I think I could see it. Maybe it's a bold take, but I could see like Keyshawn and Andy getting very close very quick. I think I like this. Screenshot, put it on Twitter. Cory's official Survivor predictions. I'm happy with this. Not a great season for the girlies, unfortunately. Very sorry. Last year you had Maria and Charlie going far. Yeah, and this year in Big Brother, my top 3 were Mackenzie, Quinn, and Angela, and all of them are still in the house. People were clowning on my top 3 earlier. Or at Joseph. There were 3 in my top 4. Joseph was my winner pick, right? But, you know, it's not like I got the 3 best names on the board right now, but they're still there. The 3 best players of the season 2, debatably. All right, let's watch Big Brother. Let me turn it on. Last year, Jelinski was your number 2. He was not my number 1. My winner pick was Maria, who was eliminated at the final 5 because of cheaters, Kenzie and Liz. She would have won otherwise, and I would have got my first correct prediction on stream. Look, it doesn't matter how close you get to making the wrong prediction. As long as you make the right one. I didn't go with Jelinski. I didn't. But so far, my winner picks are not bad. By the way, I've got Big Brother on. Let's watch it. They're watching this for him. Yeah. Hopefully noms stay the same. This might be a good episode. They might have like a lot of content. Damn. I feel like this is going to be a Quinn is tossed under the bus in the edit, in the DR this episode, but I think it's going to happen. And he did kind of deserve it. He made a bit of a mess of this whole thing. That's funny. My goal was to get her to jury. It's funny editing. A pot? This is such a funny segment. Shot of the pot. They're doing a good job right now. What happened to these two? Mackenzie and Quinn are supposed to be tight. Come on. Yeah, Quinn knows. Yeah, it's a good instinct by Quinn. You got to be so subtle about how you do it. No, America's locked in. Losing AI Arena has slowed down the season quite a bit, but they have to end it here. I'm thinking maybe I'll just go watch the episode with America. Is that all right with you guys? I feel like I'm not adding much to the viewing experience. It has to be a double tomorrow? No, they would have announced that last week. I don't know if I want to watch Quinn get backdoored. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a bummer. TBH. No, I don't want you guys to think it's been like emotionally like fucking me up or anything, but it's just like I don't like I could just be happier and not watch it, you know. So again, the definitive Survivor 47 cast list. Here we go. Let's go, Keyshawn. Win this shit for us. I feel most confident about Andy. I just feel like he's such a good archetype for the show. But anyways, tomorrow I'll be live to maybe watch the endurance competition that I think is going to happen. Probably going to be the rotating discs is my guess. So I'll probably be here to watch that. Otherwise, I'll be live after the eviction to wait for the new HOH. So that's the plan. Patreon, America and I are posting America versus Cory today, so that'll be fun. We're playing some Mario Kart. Tomorrow we're going to be watching the live eviction on the Patreon. Who knows how exciting it'll be now that, AI Arena's gone. But we got some stuff going on, so look forward to that. All right, y'all.